We're at Surfridge Brewing Company, owned by Steven and Jennifer Lieberman, who have done an amazing job creating a welcoming space for families and friends to gather. Let's tap into the history of this place. Steven, I love this place. It's just so comfortable feeling, and even for people who maybe don't even drink that much, it's a great place to just sit with friends and bring the kids, bring your pets. How did you come up with this idea?
Me and my wife have been in the restaurant industry for a long time. We had a restaurant since 2009 over in Santa Monica, and we always were just very into and enthralled in the beer industry. So we started talking about it and thinking about it, and in 2017 we found the space here in El Segundo, which we really liked the community. We looked all over LA and kept coming back to El Segundo because of small town feel, but still near the beach, near the airport. You know, you get people from the South Bay coming up, you get people from, Santa Monica and Venice coming down, so it was a really nice central location with a really good vibe and good feel to it. So we found the space and we started building it out, and then we were lucky enough to get our brewer Jeremy on board to start doing some of our original beers. And my wife wanted to, she has design in her background, so she wanted to design it more of an event space and places where you could just hang out, and it's not just for one group of people, it's for multiple families and pet lovers and elderly and young people, and everyone can come and enjoy themselves and feel comfortable, and you can rent it for a party. And so that was kind of the whole vibe was like, let's make a cool beach vibe, in El Segundo and have some good beers to go along with it.
You have the East Coast and the West Coast covered. How is this space different from your Connecticut location?
So this was our first space in 2019 that we opened, and tasting room, event space, we do food trucks in the back and production facilities. So we're able to keg and can a lot of our brands, and our sales rep is able to get out into the market and sell them to other bars and restaurants. You're able to find them in bars and restaurants on the west side and in Los Angeles, as well as our cans in supermarkets and liquor stores. The Connecticut location we just opened 9 months ago. That was opened in January of 2022. So that is more a brew pub type space. We have a full restaurant there, wood burning brick oven, oyster bar, cocktail program, wine program, and then we also brewing all of our beers over there. So 90% of the recipes are Jeremy's recipes that we brew at both locations, and then Jeremy will brew some stuff just for California, and our brewer over there will brew some stuff just for Connecticut. That's more of, think of a restaurant that brews their own beer, and this is a brewery that gives people tastes and has a really cool tasting room.
You have some award-winning beers.
We do. We've been lucky enough to win. We entered some beer competitions and did really well. We have gold and silver in the California State Fair over there for 2 of our beers, and then we won a medal at the California Craft Brew Cup, the beer cup, in 2020. So yeah, it was great. Our beers have been doing quite well out in the marketplace. Top handles, basically you have wooden ones or you have porcelain ones, and to find something unique and different was a challenge for us, and we were trying to find out a way. And we found this company that they find plastic that's from beach cleanups and from trash that they want to reuse and repurpose. So we got with them, and I had a mold made of our logo, which is the light post from LA. And we were able to do these beach cleanups and find plastic bottles and plastic caps. And they cleaned them and they shredded them and they melted them down and they poured them into our mold, and they were able to make these handles. All our handles are made out of this substance, and it's just a really cool, unique way to give back and do something different.
It was a good choice.
Thank you.
Jeremy, as head brewer, you're pretty much the scientist behind this operation. You make all the beer here, is that right?
Correct, yes.
And it looks pretty complicated. Is it simpler than it looks?
I mean, it depends on which style of beer we're making, where some of them can be a little bit more elaborate than others, but for the most part, they're all pretty much the same process. You get your grains, you mash those in, you'll take the water from that, move it over to your boil and start boiling, add your hops, and add the yeast once we transfer over here. All our beers are untapped. You can also take beers to go. We have a crowler machine where we can pour the beer for you, can it right there in front of you, and take it and enjoy it at home.
Can you tell me what are some of the more popular flavors that you've made?
So here, our #1 seller definitely is our Kolsch. It's a German style ale. It's really light, really crisp. It's very similar to a lager. People love that one, they go to that. Another big seller here is our Hazy Hollow, which is more of a New England style beer. Hazy, very citrus forward. That one's doing really well. It's kind of named after the area that we're in. It's a little take on it because we're in the Smoky Hollow area, so this is our Hazy Hollow.
How does it feel to be working in El Segundo?
El Segundo's great. I've actually lived here for quite a few years. I was originally living on the East Coast. Me and my family moved here, fell in love with it. My older son actually went through high school here, played water polo, swimming team, so it's a great community. I know a lot of the other business owners here, and yeah, it's great. It's great for families for sure.
And I'm sure you get a really diverse crowd of people here. You get probably all types, the people that work in the big tech companies and the families that come in with their kids.
Yeah, you definitely get a good variety of everyone, which is, it's nice to see that. It's just nice to see at a business that you can draw from all those different crowds, and you can see everyone having some beers and having a good time together.
So come on by for a relaxing time and to enjoy some award-winning beers made right here in El Segundo. For Business Matters, I'm Catherine Chen.